Okay, everyone. So I'm pleased now to introduce Valentina Farias, who's one of our PhD students. She's studying civil engineer. I mentioned her earlier. Very interested in express toll lanes, so some interest in the company of our speaker. So Valentina has an undergraduate and master's degree in urban planning, and then she went from urban planning to civil engineering, and so she's got good coverage on both of those. She's been a great asset to our center in working on a number of projects, including one we're just wrapping up on funding and finance, and a number of other projects. So it's a great pleasure to introduce Valentina, who will then introduce our lunchtime speakers. So Valentina, to you. All right, there you are. Good, good.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Gifford, for your kind words. It's my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, and that's Mr. Ruben Roman, the newly appointed Chief Executive Officer for I-66 Express Mobility Partners right here in Northern Virginia. Mr. Roman brings nearly 20 years of experience in infrastructure and public-private partnerships, having held senior leadership roles in several major express lane projects in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Before joining I-66 EMP, he served as Deputy CEO and CFO of the LBJ, NTE, and 35 West corridors, where he helped guide both financial and operational strategy. He began his career in audit at KPMG, later joining the finance department at Cintra's headquarters in Madrid, where he oversaw financial reporting for the highways division. Mr. Roman holds a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Valladolid in Spain, and today he brings valuable insight into the evolving landscape of infrastructure delivery and tolling. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Ruben Roman.
I know that this is the lunch time, so it's a hard moment for all of you, so I will try to be brief and concise. My name is Ruben Roman. I'm the former deputy CEO of the Texas Managed Lanes, and recently I was appointed the CEO of the I-66 Express Lanes here in the DC area. I joined Cintra in 2008 at its headquarters in Madrid. I had several roles in the finance department, and then in 2017 I accepted the challenge to move to Texas, something that for a person born and raised in Spain, as you can imagine, was not easy at the beginning, but I took the challenge and accepted the opportunity, and I moved to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to be involved in the day-to-day of the operations of one of the three biggest assets of Cintra and Ferrovial, LBJ, NTE, and 35W, three express lane projects that are currently in operation in the area. Now, with enormous desire and enthusiasm, I'm joining the 66 Express team, not only to contribute and bring my experience, but also to learn and expand my knowledge about the exciting world of infrastructure and P3s. It's a pleasure to be with you today as we have explored how technological innovation are helping to reset the transportation landscape, and to share with you some of the ways we, on I-66 Express outside the Beltway, are leveraging these innovations to improve roadway reliability and safety, delivering an overall better project for our client and better experience for our customers. I-66 outside the Beltway is a great example on how successful P3 allows the private sector to bring more than capital. We bring innovation and global experience. With flexibility to test new tools and technologies locally, we are able to constantly push performance improvements in safety, efficiency, and customer service. Our goal is not just to build a road, it's to deliver a smarter, safer, and connected mobility experience. Every decision that we make is centered on delivering a better experience for the customer and the Commonwealth. That means more reliable trips, more accurate tolling, and more responsive customer service. Our toll operation system processes tens of thousands of transactions daily, and we rely on AI-driven platforms to ensure we build the right vehicle for the right amount at the right time. even across multiple segments and vehicle classes. Our dynamic toll pricing uses AI algorithms to manage congestion, adjusting toll rates in real time to maintain free flow conditions and deliver on our promise of fast and predictable travel. We are also incorporating AI tools into customer service, like using Copilot systems to summarize customer inquiries to help our agents respond faster and improve overall customer satisfaction. AI even listens to calls and provides feedback, helping us improve scripts and agent performance based on real user data. Technology touches every corner of our project, from daily roadway operations and maintenance to safety. We've deployed camera-based systems to detect wrong-way drivers and support incident detection, helping keep everyone on the road safer. Our winter maintenance program uses an intelligent mapping tool that directs our plows and salt trucks in real time along pre-designed routes, improving efficiency, conserving materials, and ensuring faster response during storms. Even our lane closures and work zones use technology to reduce risk for our workers and drivers alike, showing how innovation extends beyond tolling. It is truly the entire corridor. At the core of 66 Express is connection, connecting people to jobs, schools, healthcare, and opportunity. Technology helps us to do that more efficiently, with systems that adapt in real time to changing traffic conditions and commuter needs. The ripple effect is economic development, job creations, and better quality of life across the region. Technology also drives better environmental outcomes. Reduced congestion means lower emissions and cleaner air. And by integrating smart tolling with support for HOV, transit, and other modes, we are creating a more inclusive multimodal system that benefits everyone, not just the drivers. The future of I-66 is even smarter, with continued AI integration to improve accuracy, efficiency, and performance. As vehicle technology evolves, we are laying the foundation for a corridor that can support connected and autonomous vehicles, predictive maintenance, and more intelligent infrastructure management. This corridor proves that when the public and private sector collaborate, we can deliver not just infrastructure, but innovation. P3 gives us the flexibility to take smart risks, try new ideas, and bring global solutions to local challenges. We are excited to continue leading the way with a model that is efficient, forward-looking, and built to adapt. To close, I-66 outside the Beltway isn't just a transportation project. It's a living example of what's possible when technology, partnership, and purpose come together. I'm proud of what our team has accomplished, and even more excited of what's ahead. Thank you for your time, and thanks for your partnership, and we keep building a smarter Northern Virginia. Thank you. Okay, that's a good question.
An easy question, right?
No, it's a great question, actually. So the environment in Texas is completely different than here. And when I say this, I'm not talking about violators, okay? I'm talking about what is the main focus of violations. I think that here is pretty much HOV, okay? My previous experience in Texas, HOV, just to give you an idea, is 0.5% of the traffic there, so it's nothing. Okay, so even having all the HOV traffic violators there is really completely immaterial, okay? Whereas obviously here it's very different, no? Here HOV is very important, not only from a tolling revenue generation or not revenue generation standpoint, but also from a mobility standpoint, okay? It's an alternative that is very important for our society. So I understand the challenges here, okay? So that we are facing when it comes to violations. I think that we are deploying a technology that is getting better and better to identify that, okay? I think that I don't have the right percentage in mind, but it's a very high percentage of detection of HOV and HOV violators, therefore, okay? So we are investing in that because not only because we want to be the ones catching the violators, because also it's a matter to show respect for those that are using the road and the express lanes legally. No? So the environment is completely different in my past experience, but I understand the challenge here. I understand also I-66 is investing to really being fair, no, to our customers and our drivers. No, I don't know if I responded to your question, but
Okay. Other questions? I have one. Aside from the HOV context, what are the biggest differences between here and Dallas-Fort Worth that you've observed so far? I mean, you're what, 2 weeks on the job?
yeah, 4 weeks.
So he's just.
No, but I noticed that difference the day one and the minute one, trucks. So the percentage of trucks there is way, way bigger, and the percentage of large trucks, okay, the 18-wheelers or the semi-trucks or whatever you can call it. So here the percentage is probably single digit of trucks, whereas in Texas or in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are talking about 35% of trucks, and most of them big trucks, okay? And so, and let me add that trucks are allowed in the express lanes there, okay? So they can use the express lanes as a regular vehicle, okay? Obviously they pay a multiplier, but they are allowed. So that's the main difference in terms of the day-to-day operations, okay? And that is a challenge, of course, for asset maintenance, incidents, accidents. So that's the main difference that I have observed so far.
Quick question, I never fully understood future development rights that you have in the corridor. Is there some type of rail component that you could develop as an option in your lease term, or is there nothing else?
So there are in this contract there are rights for the government to expand rail, and we have some protections with some deadlines, okay? But yeah, there is a component of railway here and some protections that we have as developer as well, depending on the timing of that, if that rail happens in the future, okay? So I don't know the very, very details, but that's the overall scheme. Extending the metro, no? I guess that is yeah.
In the median.
Yeah.
I think, as I understand it, the right-of-way has been designed, and many of the crossovers, the bridges and overpasses have been designed to accommodate future metro
Yes.
expansion without having to rebuild the structures.
Correct.
Good. Other questions? Yeah.
What kind of systems do you have in place for managing this classification of violations?
So as the technology evolves, we have pretty much from the point of view classification, we have better technology. Okay, so we are measuring we're measuring volumes. Okay, so now we have technology that is able to capture the volumes better than it was 10 years ago. Okay, that is something that is happening as we speak. Okay, the technology. I haven't seen it yet here because this project is newer, okay, in the 66 project, but where I'm coming from in Texas, those projects were open to traffic in 2013, 14. So the technology that we installed 10 years ago is very different than the one that obviously that we have now. And the technology that we have now in terms of volume measurement is way more accurate, okay? So I remember when we initially opened the project, there was a buffer because the technology was not very accurate, and we always included a buffer in the benefit of the customer and the driver, okay? And that buffer has reduced materially recently, okay? So that buffer is probably 1/3 of what it was 10 years ago, okay? And in terms of HOV, we have cameras that are able to detect the people on the car and the bodies, okay, the different person driving or occupying the car, and that is, again, that is super, super accurate as well. Yeah, obviously, I mean, the technology is not perfect. Yeah. So even a small kid or a baby, or sometimes they are not easy to detect. Okay, that is obvious. No, I mean, the technology is great, but it's not perfect.
So I remember remember reading about heat signatures that they're going to be able to read off the vehicle. I don't know. You don't want to give away any trade secrets, I know. But,
No, but it's very impressive. I mean, at the beginning, we had doubts that the technology was going to be so accurate, okay, with capturing occupancy, but it's very accurate. It is very accurate, and I think that it will be improving for sure in the coming years. No?
I mean, as an operating company, I guess, a question for me is, we had our federal panel. Do you have issues, where you're hoping from action from Congress or from the administration in terms of, the I-66 EMP enterprise? Are there issues before the government right now that, have a material impact on your company?
So we have, I mean, I think that, and I'm talking just from my recent experience, but I think that in these years, the collaboration with BDOT has been impressive, okay, very good. So obviously we have things, we are always negotiating things, we always have things on the table, but I mean, I think that with the good collaboration that we had these years, I think that, I mean, that is something that is not taking my sleep away, okay? So I think that the collaboration is making things happen, and BDOT is a great partner. And I think that, we always have things on the table that we are with opposite interests sometimes, or not fully aligned, let's say, no? Maybe, but that is fine. But we're always able to overcome those issues. And I think that, again, this is another example of the great collaboration, and has been translated in a great project, no?
Other questions for our speaker? Going once? No, got one. Okay.
You talked about your great collaboration with VDOT. Could you give us some insights into some of the ways they do verification of what you're delivering?
Yeah, I mean, there are multiple. We have the obligations under the comprehensive agreement are very clear. Okay, so they have rights to audit. Okay, and they exercise right to audit. We have independent engineering to be the middle person, to verify that those obligations are met. Okay, so I mean, I think that. I mean, again, my experience here is more limited, but I think that it's similar in other concessions agreements in other places. I think that the government has a lot of tools to monitor and to audit and to make sure that the private company is delivering and is meeting the requirements. Okay, so I mean, I've seen. I mean, obviously it depends on the counterparty, no? But I've seen instances where something that is unnoticed for the general public, the audit or the auditor or whoever is the person or independent engineer goes there and points to small defects that nobody sees, but we are addressing, okay? Because they are demanding that from, and it's fine, it's the contract, it's what we have to do, okay? So it's not a problem. So they have the rights to audit and inspect, and the requirements of the contract are very clear, okay, and are very demanding, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true here, but, I did some study of the Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah.
They're giving, I think, a monthly report on, compliance to the DOT, every month, in terms of speed maintenance, pavement quality, response time, the major.
Yeah, all the operational assets.
And then those are subject to audit, as well if somebody, chooses to exercise that.
So we have obligations in terms of payment quality, response time, landscaping, striping. So the requirements, are very, very thorough. Okay, so you go to the contract that is available for the general public, of course. You see the table with the different requirements for the different aspects. They are very demanding. So I think that, sorry, they are even more demanding than what is the standard probably, okay, for roads in general, okay?
Yeah,
You mentioned that the government issues don't keep you up at night. Well, what does keep you up at night?
Okay, that's a great question. Cybersecurity, for example, okay, so. And this is something that, you are familiar with this type of project, so you know what I'm talking about. But when I talk to people that is not as familiar, they think that this is a road, this is asphalt, concrete, And no, this is not asphalt. This is not a old-fashioned road. This is technology. This is technology. So, see, we are not able to provide accurate tolling, accurate HUV detection. If we're not able to deliver all those metrics, we don't have our traffic management center looking at the roads to make sure that there are no incidents, or we address every incident as fast as possible. If we are not able to do that with the technology that we have a big problem, okay? And this is why cybersecurity, and we invest a lot in cybersecurity. We invest in tools. We have our cybersecurity insurance as well that someone brought up this morning. Okay, so we have a lot of, we are not going cheap with cybersecurity, and every measure that we can put in place is key, because that's the main risk, okay? That's the main risk.
All right. Any other questions? Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.